Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm showing you once again how to get this hairstyle. We're not trying to put too much heat on it. We want to emulate our natural texture without spending a ton of time. I don't care about doing a full blowout. It is very, very rare if I spend that much time and put that much heat on my hair. I'm trying to get away with a 5-minute look and move on. My hair is between wavy, curly, and dead straight at the ends. Basically, all we're trying to do is just pick out a couple little strands and tweak them. This is a technique that was taught to me from hairstylists on set doing my hair for modeling jobs. So let's get into the tutorial. This is one of those hairstyles that I feel like you can nail if you just be a little patient, practice with it, and try not to have your hot tool on super high, because as you're learning it, you might burn your hair because you're trying to get it right, and your hair is so fragile. So the whole point of learning this hairstyle is to make sure that you are preserving the health of your hair. That's why I also like to use this straightener. It's been my #1 straightener since I discovered it. And I discovered it because the hairstylists on set when I'm modeling all use this, and I'm like, okay, well, there's something to it. The Hot Tools brand has great curling irons and straighteners, but the barrel on it is just really aggressive on your hair, and it's really bad and damaging to use every single day. So you want to use something like this. Again, GHD Platinum Straightener. This is about 1 inch. You can make really nice bends because it has angle to it. So you can see here, when I get out of the shower, this is my hair fully air dried. I showered a few hours ago and I just brushed it out, and then every day for the past, I was doing the math earlier, it's been about 7 years since I discovered this product, and it has been my #1 holy grail leave-in conditioner ever since I discovered it. And I have 20 and I don't touch them. Don't like any other ones as much as I like this. It's a moisture and shine lotion from R&Co, and the reason I like it the most, A, it smells amazing. B, it doesn't weigh my hair down. It gets rid of most of the frizz, so I feel like it just makes it smoother, a little bit shinier. It's literally a moisture and shine lotion. So lotion, leave-in conditioner, it's definitely not heavy. It doesn't have any of that thick grit to it. Some of those products that have a lot of grit, I find myself not really liking because it's just too much. My hair is really dry. All I do when I air dry it, I put it in a top turban. I use the one from Crown Affair. My recent absolute obsession, if you want to towel dry your hair out of the shower in a little turban, it's just really easy to use. So I leave it in that for a couple minutes. I will list in the description box below some of my favorite shampoos and conditioners, specifically the Pureology purple bottle that's for hydration. It is by far the best. And I have so many in the queue, so I keep just trying to get through them. But if I could buy a shampoo and conditioner, that would be the one that I would. As soon as I finish towel drying my hair, I'll take it out and I will kind of brush through the top of it, find my part really loosely, and then I put in this waterfall. That's all I do. And then I take my front pieces and dry it behind my ears, and that is what gives the front this kind of curtain bang effect. The reason I do this hairstyle in the first place is because I'm trying to tweak my natural texture. So if you have more curly natural texture, try to make them a little bit tighter. Spring, summer is here. We're trying to preserve our hair, not put too much heat on it, and also not spend a ton of time on doing our hair. Also, I was in Miami in a very humid climate, and I did this hairstyle almost every single day, and it looked amazing. I'm like, whoa, was not expecting that. Depending on how thick your hair is how many sections you want to do. Sometimes if I'm in a rush, I don't do sections because you really don't need it. I find that the more heat I put on my hair, the more flat it looks, and the less I touch it, the more you see how much air and volume. I don't have super thick hair, but because I just let it air dry, I'm not a blowout girl. I really rarely ever do it, and I usually do it and then only lasts for a day or two, and then I regret it because it looks dry. So anyway, I have a new heat protectant spray. Use whichever one you want. I'm not married to this. It's just a newer one for me. It's from Bondi Boost, and it's just a heat protectant with vitamins. And again, I don't know that I'm completely obsessed with it, but obviously a heat protection spray couldn't hurt. I kind of like what's happening, and I don't want to do much. If anything, it's just a little too voluminous, so I'll fix it. And I love to fix the front pieces the most. Take a piece that's about 1/2 inch to 1 inch. You don't want it to be too big, because if you look at the rest of your hair, it's all the curls are pretty small. This piece is bent, and if you have super straight hair, you can do this routine as well. You just maybe need to style more pieces. So I go into the root and you clamp down, keeping the barrel at a 45-degree angle, opening up the barrel and releasing. Every turn, you open it and turn it the other way. I'm going to show you on another piece. So I really just try to focus on the pieces that are frizzy instead of worrying about doing my whole head, because you really don't need to. You just work on the few pieces, like look at it and then see one that's like maybe a little bit too curly and just smooth it out a little. This is like the lazy girl's hairstyle. But if you look at my hair like this, now I have this piece that's a little bit too curled. So I'll just smooth it out. I really don't want to do too much. So keeping all of this up in here is going to give me a lot of volume, so I'm gonna leave it. Like that's all I'm doing. 4 pieces on the bottom, like maybe smooth it out a tiny bit if you want to, or fix the bottom, but just leave it. We're really just trying to clean up the frizz. So bringing down the front pieces, and you can see how it has a lot of like volume at the top. You can either do another section. If you guys want another version of this, if I didn't explain anything right, I have a whole playlist of hair videos that is literally just explaining this, because it's my most requested and asked question, how I do my hair like this. Here is the next layer we're working with. It's a little bit puffy. You can see how the ends kind of flip under. So you could actually just take this end piece and fix it. Boom. You can take this one frizzy piece and give it a good little wave. But again, the trick is just to mimic what your hair is already doing, so you don't need to work too hard to do your whole head, and that way it maintains its volume. There's so many people that are like, oh my god, we have the same hair texture, I just don't know how to style it, or they straighten it out, or they blow it out, or, you know, it's like not straight and it's not curly and you're like between styles, or there's just certain pieces that look bad. This is just the best way to get the best of every world. This is a side that I absolutely hate, right? Like this piece does not make any sense. I'm not gonna grab a whole big hunk like this, because once I do this, this will all be one sheet of a wave, and I don't want that. I want it to look more undone and more natural. And just waving it. You can make the waves really long before you turn, and that will obviously make a more undone wave like this. You can see how this piece has a very gentle wave, but then I'll do this one even tighter and just show you that if you have really curly hair or wavy hair, you want to mimic it, you just turn it sooner. And so you get more wave out of it. So sometimes it's good to do some longer and some shorter just to add a lot of texture. This piece, I'm not gonna wave it, I'm just gonna smooth it because it's curlier than I want. Yeah, and then my natural hair, for some reason, the bottom pieces are all really straight, so I'll just go through the bottom pieces and wave them out. On a day that I'm really busy running out the door, I can do this hairstyle in literally 3 minutes if I needed to, because all I do is just look at the top. I don't even mess with the underneath pieces. I just fix the top. This might not be you, but to me, having more of a natural looking hair texture, like when I walk in somewhere and they're like, oh my god, is that your natural hair texture? It's like, yes and no. But to me, it adds more character, and instead of it just clearly styled or blown out or curled like everyone else, it's a little bit more unique to have not a perfect hairstyle. Same with my no makeup looks. I love when it just looks natural and like you didn't try. Like to me, the model off duty, like I'm not trying to be here, but I look polished, but without trying, that's what I'm about. You see how frizzy this piece is? And then you just go through it one time. All of a sudden, we have a perfect little wave. So just open and turn, open and turn. It always seems to be these front pieces that I need to work on the most, obviously because they're around my face, but they're also shorter than the rest of my hair. I could just leave this front strand as is, but I'm gonna section it into a couple different pieces and show you how I do it because it is different from the rest of my hair. Keep going regular. Okay, now that we're on the bang, what I like to do is gather it all together. I like a little bit of a cowlick at the top. Like I don't like it when I go to the salon, they give me a full blowout and they make my front bangs go like down, I just think it looks weird. So a natural cowlick, because also we're trying to make this look like it's intentional. So at the root, I just kind of like add a little volume piece. And then I pull it a little bit towards the midline of my face. So it's not being curled out here, it's being curled in here. Then once you get to your eye, you're going to curl out. So this is curling the piece instead of waving the piece. You could wave it like the rest of your hair. I just think it looks better on me when I have more of a curl in the front. Kind of gives that old school, like classic hairstyle. So curling it out all the way down. Notice I turn it at my eye and then I leave the barrel all the way down. So I don't turn, because then you're gonna get it to be like too kinky curly, and we don't want it to be that much different from the rest of our head. So once it's cooled off a tiny bit, you kind of can blend it in and it's done. I'm going to soften this part because I don't like how drastic that is. So you just use your straightener and just kind of like pat it down and turn it out. And now you have perfect curtain bang. So we went from this side to this side. It just looks a lot more polished and done. That way you can still put it behind your ear and it makes sense. And this part here opens up to your eyes so that your eyes are showing instead of it falling into your face. If I was to start the curl down here, the curl would fall and then turn out here, and I want it to be open at my eye. I'll do it on this side. First, you're gonna do the cowlick, and then you're going to move it towards the midline, turn out before your eye, and then leave it where you put it. And the only reason I flip my hand up on this side is because I find that if I go like this, it just isn't the exact same curl as on this side. So I want to show you what I hate about this side is that it's too kinky curly, like one piece, and also like a really quick ridge here. So in order to fix that, I'm going to go through it again and kind of start the curl a little bit further down and just kind of smooth it out. And once it is smoothed, it will relax. Like I just curled it and it obviously will fall throughout the day. Not much, but it will. But you can see now they pretty much look the same. I wish this end piece had a little bit more of a curl to it. So I'm going to go through it one more time. I try really hard not to do my front pieces too many passes, because it's the most fried on my head, obviously. Obviously, I'm doing this piece way more than I'm doing like this piece. So that's why the back of my hair has grown so long compared to the front. It's fun, it's cool, but I forgot heat protection spray. I usually remember when I'm done. This hairstyle looks really good for me for like at least 3 days. Again. Sometimes when the pieces are really frizzy or really kinky, especially at the root, I'll put the straightener in and just straighten it through one time, and then I do the turns. But again, I try not to run the straightener through it too much. A, so it doesn't have more heat, and also because it, again, makes my hair look more flat than I want it to be. In the back, I just kind of grab the pieces and guess, because if you're just emulating your natural hair texture, you shouldn't need to do too much to the back. And sometimes, like now that I'm looking at the top, I'm seeing all of these under pieces are a little bit too curly for me. So instead of redoing my whole bottom part of my head, I'll take it in one big clump and I'll just quickly do a little pass. Now they're smoother. So essentially I'm just changing the direction in which I'm straightening the hair. So I straighten it, angled, turn, straighten it, angled, turn. And if you want to, you can add a texturizing spray and it will add even more volume, but to me, like, I don't love having a ton of product in my hair, and especially because I don't like to wash it that often, it only makes it more dry, and then the more product you have in it, then you go to refix it the next day, it will end up looking a little bit more dry, and it's also like not good to use the straightener in product like hairspray and stuff like that. Let me know if you guys have any questions that come up, because I feel like I've made this video so many times and some of you still don't get it. I get that it's a little bit complicated, but it also can be really easy if you just practice. Just don't burn off your hair while you're practicing. That's all I have for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.